Faith and belief are at the heart of spirituality, mythology, and folklore. I met with healers who have the ability to tap into the energy of the universe and heal their clients. Join me as we explore life in the metaphysical fast lane and soul-blaze your life. Did you know that everything in the universe is made up of energy? Quantum physicists have discovered that each atom is constantly radiating its own unique energy signature. That means you are a special combination of atoms with your own unique vibration. Scientists are also learning that consciousness plays a role in this energy, and your internal feelings and thoughts have an impact on your external world. In this episode, I'm going to introduce you to two professionals that work with the energy of the body. Oliver Niño and David Elliot are helping people move stuck energy and reconnect with their authentic souls. Oliver Niño is known as the spiritual activator. He can feel energy blockages that are keeping you stuck, and he can help you clear them. He works with the energy in your body known as the chakra system. Chakra is a Sanskrit word meaning wheel, and it refers to little spinning wheels of energy in your body. It's like your spiritual nervous system. We have 7 of these energy centers running along the spine, and they are visualized as having specific colors. The root chakra is associated with emotions of basic survival. The second deals with creativity. The third is where you derive your personal power. The fourth is known for love. The fifth is your communication. The sixth chakra is called your third eye. It's known for awareness and intuition. The final chakra is known as your crown chakra. It is located at the top of your head and deals with your spirituality and higher consciousness. Oliver specializes in working with this body energy, and he has learned how to move energy and help you balance your chakras. Energy work has great benefits such as curing ailments, improving emotional states, and even unblocking limitations to financial success. I met up with the spiritual activator in Laguna Beach and had this amazing encounter.
Let me explain to you how it works. You're going to go in a relaxed meditative state. Eyes are closed. You're not trying to imagine things or meditate. You're just like focusing on your breathing and just relaxing. And the whole time I'm actually not touching you. I'm just working around the space and this pulling stuck energy. And my biggest advice is whatever comes to the surface, most people try to shove it back down. But my advice is just let it flow through and just enjoy the experience.
Okay. I felt peaceful lying on the couch and could sense Oliver's presence moving around me. I was in a meditative state and felt energetic shifts taking place. As he finished his work, I was very curious to hear what he discovered.
So when I was working on you, the biggest things that were popping up, there was a crown, your third eye, and then your power center, and then your sacral chakra. They were all full of energy. So with that, your third eye is so open that you're absorbing like power center and sacral chakra issues of people that you're dealing with, you're around. You can tap into the hearts and the souls of the people around you to know what they're going through, and you can serve them or help facilitate a healing. So a lot of times knowing when to turn that on and knowing that you can also turn that off. You don't have to be that 24/7 to where it drains your adrenals and you're fatigued because so much stuff is happening. You might be going throughout your day, all calm, peaceful, zen after a meditation, and all of a sudden it hits you out of nowhere. Power center or here. And then it might even manifest as a headache, and you're like, what's going on? I thought I worked through this. Why is this happening out of nowhere? And the biggest pain I see people go through is they experience this and they think it's theirs. And they're like, it's mine. What did I do wrong? What pattern that showed up? Now I have to shift it, versus realizing, tuning in that moment and asking yourself, is this really mine? Who does this belong to? How can I lovingly release it and send it back to them? And how can I pull from my crown? Because your crown does send a lot of energy and you absorb a lot of it in. But with this interference going through, you're not really fully able to bring all of that energy across all your chakras and like fuel them up from the crown down.
Now that's an important question that you should ask when you start feeling emotional. Is this really mine, or am I internalizing energy from another person?
You're what I call a transmuter. And what it is, have you ever heard the term?
Yes.
So it's kind of like you're a filter, right? So if somebody with like negative energy or heavy energy sits next to you, and all you do is say, hi, hello, how's the weather? And you don't even actively try to shift them with your mind or do your techniques or energy, they will leave feeling lighter and better. And depending on whether or not you're supporting yourself as a transmuter, you might feel energized or you might feel like crap. Fatigue, loss of energy, and just like, blah. Whether you're conscious or not, you're transmuting, you're clearing energy, clearing, recycling it, making it better. But if you're not fueled enough, if you're not supporting yourself enough with, like, you know, with alone time, like, and I'll explain in a second why it's important for transmuters, you get their energy, you cycle it in, you transmute it, but you're not able to fully release it. So it gets stuck. And that energy that's not yours starts manifesting physically, emotionally, you know. So for transmuters, the most important thing is you got to move the energy out of you somehow. Whether you're working out, dancing, yoga,
I love boxing.
something to like literally move, shake the energy out of you. Another thing too is super important is alone time. It can be like 20 minutes, an hour. The idea behind it is that you unplug and you connect to a higher power, whatever, you know, people believe in different things, but that higher power fuels you and actually clears all the remnants of stuck energy from transmuting. It clears it and it makes you a better transmuter to where you can do it and not feel it. But that, because the thing is, if you, for transmuters, if they don't get alone time, they never know what's theirs and what's not. And they never have enough time to recharge and connect to where they can't really effectively transmute. So the goal is not to shut it off, because you can't. The goal is to make it more efficient in the way you do it. So a lot of alone time, a lot of moving the body, a lot of expressing, whether it's art or journaling or creating, but all those things, they might seem like so small, but for transmuters, they mean the world. They move mountains. It's going to be a difference between whether or not you're crawling out of bed because you're too tired to absorb an energy of a friend that's bedridden, or you're like, you can lovingly serve and not be afraid of people because you're like, I know where my energy starts, I know where it ends, I know how I can serve you, and I know how to recharge so I can serve you better, and I know how to lovingly release that energy at the end of the day to serve both you and I at a higher level. But that will bring back so much more of your energy than you know. It's because it's those things that like literally, they're like anchors to your feet, and you're just like, it can get really, really heavy. But yeah, I mean, that's one of your many gifts. And I think once you get used to that, I mean, you're just gonna see a noticeable difference in energy levels for sure. And we can focus on doing our purpose work or spreading a message that we're here to spread versus like, how can I make ends meet? Because there's a higher level to where we can operate. And I feel like once people are aware of their gifts, they accept it and they use it, then all that becomes available to them.
I now understand how stuck energy can cause us to feel drained. I also know how important it is for anyone working closely with people, especially those in the healing arts, to not take on other people's energy. Removing energy blocks can allow your life to flow, attract new opportunities, and find inner peace. It was a great reminder of the importance of being in nature. After a lovely day of healing, we all took some time to stare into the majesty of the ocean and allow the breeze to cleanse our auras before going back into the real world.
Breathwork is a powerful way to connect to your deep emotions. In my quest to learn about energy, I wanted to know more about prana. Prana is a Hindu word that describes our life force energy, and many spiritual masters say we can use breathwork to take us deep into the center of ourselves where our emotions are stored. David Elliot uses breathwork and his intuition to help people deepen their healing process, unblock emotional obstacles, and cultivate self-love.
I help people get in touch with their energy. I use a breathing meditation to help facilitate that. The thing that's probably most powerful is people have deep experiences with this work. It isn't dependent on me. We're using the breath to help get people in touch with their energy, help open their emotions so that they can move. Once we do that, they start to feel their energy quite strongly, and that creates the experience that people have around the work. I think this practice has been around for a long time. You know, people seem to be pretty hungry for it these days.
David started by asking me deeply personal questions, which I didn't expect.
What do you usually do with your emotions? Like, how do you express your emotions?
Overall, I usually hold them, but I've been changing, over time. But I usually held them. I guess now I try to speak what I feel and try to not have attachments to people as much as I could, because there's a little wall of protection.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
What do you do with anxiety?
Have sleepless nights or just, thinking about it, and I go, okay, stop, cancel.
Okay.
This is just what you're supposed to experience now. It's here for a reason. Resolve it, it won't come back. If you don't resolve it, it'll show up in another way.
Okay.
So I try to handle situations as peacefully as possible.
One way I can help you today, as we do this meditation in a little bit, are some places where it feels like emotions aren't clearing all the way. When we're doing the meditation, I'll, do a little bit. I don't do a lot of body work, but I'll do a little bit to maybe show you some things that I'm feeling.
Okay.
So I think if you're ready, I'm ready. And I'll just have you come and lay up here on your back. So when you're ready, just start breathing. So perfect. Yeah, so your only job is just to keep breathing.
So the questions combined with the breath work took me to another dimension. I actually slipped into a vulnerable place on the table.
Good. So about now, you may be feeling a little bit of lightheaded or energy. So just let go with your brain and just see if you can open up and start to let your energy move. So a little more breath. And I want you just to try to see if you can connect to some of the emotions underneath all this. Good. And just say, I'm safe now.
I'm safe now.
But it takes me a while to build trust. Maybe that's why I'm doing this show. To try to build trust. And find the right avenue for my healing. Good. So breathe right into that feeling there. Usually when people move into some fear, they get kind of cold. What might that be?
Being loved. There it was. David was guiding me into the heart of my fear.
Just feel that. And just say, I deserve to be loved.
I deserve to be loved.
Just breathe into that. And say, I've waited long enough.
I've waited long enough.
Yeah. About how old do you feel in your heart right now? Just make it up. Yeah. So just kind of feeling that 5-year-old little girl. Who knows what was happening around you when you were that age. But just knowing I can bring her along with me now. Say, it's taken me a while to learn how to love myself.
It's taken me a while to learn to love myself.
I had to learn a lot about what love was not.
I had to learn what love was not.
Before I could claim what it is.
Before I could claim what it is.
Everything you're doing in your life right now is about claiming this. Claiming your truth. And to also love yourself. Right? And guess what? That 5-year-old little girl gets to have a lot more fun.
That 5-year-old girl inside, was she the one who I've been protecting my whole life? I felt as if the weight I've had in my heart for decades was beginning to lift.
I'm never attached to the result as much as my intuition shows me that there's stuff in there, and I like to help the person get to it if we can. And, you know, she got to some stuff, and I'm happy with that. So I'll sleep good tonight.
I thought I was just going to breathe today and get a massage, but it turned out to be a little more than that. He played music and asked a few questions and had me do prana breath work. I'm uncomfortable talking to you right now, but a lot of stuff came up, and stuff that I haven't thought about for a long time, or that I buried someplace. And once I started letting things go, I started feeling, blockages inside starting to release. And I know I've done that my whole life, just this is all I deserve, and I accepted that, and I'm not doing that anymore. We all deserve love. We're all children of God or whoever that deserve everything, and we deserve to love someone and to be loved in return, and that's really all anyone needs in life. But we fill ourselves with all this other stuff to be lovable, and while you're doing that, you're not being loved, so there's sadness in everybody. And seeing that, it brings me back to why I started doing the work I do, soul blazing, because I so desperately needed my soul blazed that I thought, let me go out and blaze other people, because I know they must be feeling as sad inside as I am. And since I'm not worthy of healing, I'm going to heal other people because they deserve it, but I don't. Why? Because I'm strong and I could handle it. I'm supposed to go out there and serve others. But I realize I can't really be the best at what I do if I don't heal me first. So maybe that's part of what I'm doing now.
I had a good cry there. It surprised me because I'm usually not a crier, but it felt great to be in the moment and allow my emotions to be set free. Most of us are struggling and looking for tools to heal, but it's hard to heal ourselves. If you're in pain, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Know that you're not alone and allow yourself to have a good cry. I've learned that if you don't release grief, it can turn into depression and hold you back in every area of your life. It's okay to feel what you're going through because that's just part of the human experience.